Not all people who come into your life are going to be in your life forever. I remember from a very young age, my mom used to be very picky and very selective about who she would let me hang out with. That time I did not understand why she would be like, oh, you can hang out with this person, but don't hang out with that person. Obviously, being a young kid, I did not understand what she was talking about. But today, it makes total sense what she was talking about, because you as a person will become like the people you hang out with. So if you're hanging out with the wrong people, baby girl, you are going to become that bad person. You are going to pick up on their bad habits. You're going to pick up that person's energy, that person's aura. You're gonna make it your own. Sometimes in a friendship, the best thing you can do for yourself is to choose yourself and walk away from situations that do not serve you. If a friendship is making you feel disrespected, it's making you feel drained, it's making you feel incomplete, it's making you doubt yourself, it's making you want to shrink yourself, maybe it's time for you to start considering if this is a friendship that you want to end, or maybe you want to distance yourself from these friends. So here are 5 cases of friendship red flags where you are allowed to walk away from people and you're allowed to stop talking to people and stop being friends with them. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nifty, and here we talk all about mindset, personal development, and manifestation. And today, of course, we are going to go more into the personal development space of knowing who your real friends are, understanding some of the toxic behaviors that you might be seeing in your friends, and seeing when it is actually okay to cut people out of your life just because they are being toxic and they are not adding any value to you. So without waiting any further, let's get into the video. So number 1, the constantly negative friends. You know which kind of friend I'm talking about. We all have this one friend that we can think of who is constantly negative. Like no matter what discussion you have with them, it is always negative. Like anytime you ask them, how's it going? They don't have anything good to say, okay? And when they're telling you about how sad and miserable and horrific their life is, if you try to add some kind of value, if you try to console them, or if you try to give them some kind of feedback about what they can do differently in order to change their circumstances, they do not want to hear that, okay? All they want to do is complain. They do not want to take responsibility for their life. They do not want to take action. They do not want to change. They just want to stay. They just want to complain. And don't get me wrong, I feel empathetic for these people. Like I feel for you, you've gone through something, you are traumatized in some way, and that is the reason why you are the way you are. That does not mean that I'm going to sabotage my own peace and well-being in order to be somebody that that person can vent to.
Because you might think that, oh, they're just saying about all the bad things that's happening in their life. And, I'm just listening. I'm not taking anything in. Like, this is not about me. This is about them. I'm just being a friend and being there.
No, baby girl, you are not being just there, okay? Every time somebody trauma dumps you or tells you all the negative things that's happening in their life, no matter how much you feel like you are detached from it, you are not. You are taking in that energy, you are taking that information, and your brain is soaking up everything that they're saying. All this negativity that you're taking it, at some point, you will start feeling that in your own life. If they're telling you about how traumatic their life is, if you keep listening to it day after day, there will be a point when something related to that trauma will start happening in your own life. So stop trying to be the good person who's just available for these people to vent to. If you're talking to someone and they literally have nothing good to say, just know that, okay, there's nothing good to come out of this conversation, and just make that decision to stand up and leave the situation. You don't have to sit there and listen to them talk and vent, okay? Choose yourself, choose your peace. Number 2, the one-sided effort. This is the kind of friends that you know that you want to be friends with, but you don't really know if they want to be friends with you, I've had a few instances of friends like this throughout my life where I have wanted to be friends with them because I like their energy, or, I just like who they are or want to hang out with them. And I would go up and talk to them and be friends with them and be good to them. And they would always reciprocate my friendship, but they would never actually put in anything from their end to try and be friends with me, As long as you are present with them, you're in their energy, they're good to you, they're all nice and friendly, and they talk to you, they treat you well. But as soon as you are out of their vision, it's like you're out of their mind. Like they never think about you. These kind of people are the ones that usually don't celebrate your wins. Like you will be there when something big happens for them, but the moment it's your turn turn, the moment something good happens to you, these persons, they just sit in the back and they just watch, and they just sit there like strangers, like on the internet, and watch. These are the friends where you are the one who's always constantly calling to hang out with them and make plans. You're always commenting on their photos and interacting with them, but they rarely do the same for you. This is all one-sided effort. In this kind of a friendship, the other person genuinely does not care enough to even send a positive or negative vibe towards you. So in these cases, maybe it's time to reevaluate why you are putting in so much effort into friendship, because if you are the one who's always putting in effort and you're seeing that it's not reciprocated, at some point this is going to turn into resentment for you, because you're going to feel like you're giving too much and not receiving. So if you have friendships like this, maybe this is the time to take a step and reevaluate if you really want to be giving as much as you are right now, or maybe you could just cut back a little bit so that it feels good for you to give, but you're only giving as long as it is good for you, where you are drawing your boundaries and you're okay saying no to this person. Number 3, disrespect. Let me tell you all the cases of disrespect where it is okay to stop being friends with someone or stop talking to someone. When they belittle you, when you're saying something, they try to make you feel like whatever you're saying is not that important. And whenever you share something, they don't even acknowledge what you shared, but they top it off with their own story, trying to share how what they went through is more important and completely dismissing your feelings. If they cross your boundaries, when you tell them that something is not okay, but somehow they think that it's still okay to do it because you will be okay with it, they might apologize and you will take them back and you will forgive them. If they keep doing this, if that is their behavior where they keep crossing your boundaries, if they make you feel abandoned, if your friends put you in a situation where you feel like they were not there for you as friends, girl, you really need to reevaluate the situation. Like, why are your friends not there for you when you need them? Because that is what friends are for. You go clubbing, you go to the bathroom to pee, then you come out to see that all your friends have left. Abandoned. Something big happens to you, like you get into a car accident and all they care about is, oh my god, what happened to the car? And they're not even concerned about what happened to you. Or any situation where as a friend you feel abandoned, where you told them something in confidentiality and they went and said it to somebody else. On that note, let's also touch on some toxic behaviors which is not acceptable in friendships. Gaslighting. When you say someone that you're feeling a certain way, but they come back and tell you about all the things that you're doing wrong and try to turn it around on you and make it a you problem rather than them doing something to change the problem or fix the problem. Emotional abuse or manipulation. Every time you tell them that you have a problem with them, they somehow take it, turn it around, either using emotions or manipulation, and somehow turn that into your fault. Now they are more hurt than you, they are more upset than you, and suddenly you were the one who had the problem and you are left being the one who's consoling them because apparently you bringing up the problem has caused so much emotional turmoil to them. All this toxic behavior is enough reason for you to. Number 4, breaking trust. If your friend is somebody who lies, who cheats, who makes promises but cannot keep those promises, who gossips, when you tell somebody in confidentiality thinking that they will not share that with anyone else, and then you find out that they've already went and told somebody else the thing that you told them not to tell anyone, meaning that you are having the same repeating cycles. You're telling them not to do a certain thing, but you're seeing that the same problems keep coming up again and again, and no matter how many times you tell them, the cycle just keeps repeating. So baby girl, maybe now it's time for you to take some time and reevaluate why you are giving them so many second chances. And finally, number 5, jealousy. These are the friends that are constantly comparing themselves to you. These people are not happy for you because every time you tell them about something that happened in their life, instead of celebrating you, instead of acknowledging the things that you did, they try to put you down, or they try to tell something else which they have done to try and feel better about themselves and make it something about them. For people like this, they feel empty on the inside. They have so much need for self-importance that they really cannot give it to somebody else. So this is like a black hole person. No matter how much you give this person love and attention, they will just not be happy. They will always be jealous of you unless they decide to work on themselves. So the best thing you can do if you know that you have a jealous friend in your vicinity is to And at the end of the day, it's very easy to identify if you want to be friends with someone or not. If after having an interaction with them, after hanging out with them, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling unfulfilled, doubtful about yourself, and if you're feeling jealous, then maybe it's time for you to reconsider if you really want to have these people in your life, if you really want to be hanging out with them. And the sixth and the last reason is you can stop being friends with someone just because there is no more alignment. Let me repeat that. It's completely okay to stop being friends with somebody who you've known your entire life. Maybe because you've outgrown them. Maybe your choices, your lifestyle, your values, your goals don't match anymore. And that is honestly a reason enough to stop hanging out with someone. At the end of the day, the most important part is your own peace. And protecting your peace is not selfish, it is self-care. Because friendships are here to make you feel supported. They're here to make you feel uplifted. But if you have friends in your life that are making you feel heavy, that are weighing you down, that are making you feel belittled and not truly letting you be yourself, be your complete potential, then you really have to ask yourself, is this the kind of people that I want in my life? No love, no respect, or no growth is enough reason to end something. And remember that ending is always a new beginning. Ending things with a friend in the past, it's not about hating them. It's not about being bitter. It's about love. It's about loving yourself. Because if you're busy hanging out with these same toxic people every single day, where are you going to find the time to make new friends? You have to find the time and space to make new friends. And the only way you can do that is to remove these existing toxic friends from your life. So let me know in the comments, what signs have you seen in your friends and what decision are you thinking of making? And that is everything I have in this video for you guys. Do subscribe to my channel. I love having you guys here. It is such an honor to be on here and to be in front of you guys' screen and to be able to share this message. I love you guys so much and thank you for watching. Bye.